Hey, what's up YouTube? Just doing a quick little video on these Ferrari 360 sports carbon seats. Got these off, I went to a guy called Orlando Vetrano, La Scuderia Rosa, the name of the company, and that he operates under. Asked him about these seats about a year ago. He brought me a pair of non-matching seats, like one Alcantara and another color. And I passed on those, and then he brought me these about a month ago, which happened to be in tan, you know, the color that I needed for the interior of my car. And I went ahead and got these. So they are way lighter than the Daytonas that are in the car currently. They're essentially perfect except for a few minor things. A lot of the stuff. This is the previous driver's side, and we changed the hardware around on it and swapped it around because this is the one that shows wear. That used to be the driver's side. Passenger side, perfect, doesn't have any of that stuff. Seats are in really good condition. I mean, really good condition, all in all. A little bit of dirt on them, and I'm gonna get that cleaned up, but all this will come off. Supposedly it saves 90 pounds. So you do this, you do a lithium battery, and a few other things, and you can drop, you know, well over 100 pounds out of the car. A lot of the Challenge Stradales weren't as light as they claimed because nobody got the Lexan glass replacement and stuff like that. Also got the mounting rails. They essentially sit on the floor of the car, you know, and I guess the other thing I'd say about them is they are extremely contoured. Like this wraps back forward on your back, and it just was not, I wasn't expecting to like the seat itself that much. I was doing it mostly so I could sit lower in the car, save weight, and I think, you know, as a store of value, I think I can get my money back out of them. I couldn't believe what these seats went for a year ago. They were going for, you know, $8,000 or so. Orlando started out asking for 20,000 euro, so about $24,000, and did not do that. So I ended at 12.2 shipped. I know that sounds crazy, but there are no other seats for sale, and if you want to buy them, that's what they cost. If you don't, someone else will. So, and I firmly believe the only reason I was able to buy these is he absolutely demanded a wire transfer, and we hemmed and hawed over that for weeks, and I just finally just said F it, you know. I've done dumber stuff than this, so I was convinced that he had the seats. Shout out to Italian Pursuit, seriously. I messaged him. I was actually in the middle of having a baby, or I had had a baby that day and was in the hospital in Houston, and messaged him super late. Just sent him a comment on a video, and he responded about having some of his friends in Rome go do a cash exchange for this. And he essentially passed just because it seemed like it was so likely that it was fraud, you know? And I think in good conscience, he couldn't really be an instrument of the potential defrauding of me. So, but I kept working this guy until I really determined that I thought that he did have the seats. And once I determined that Orlando, I thought, had the seats, I dug a little bit deeper into his past and essentially saw that it was possible that a lot of the things that we're claiming that were kind of fraudulent issues with him were actually just severe disagreements that spilled over onto the internet and Ferrari chat and things like that. No disrespect to anybody that lost money dealing with Orlando, or disrespect to Orlando who lost money dealing with people. I don't know, I wasn't there, but I do know that he did have these seats. They're extremely clean, and they came in just as he said they were gonna come. So shout out to Orlando for that. Thanks to Italian Pursuit for being willing to do it if things had been different. Here's the, okay, this thing is filthy, so just, so, you know, whatever. It's filthy because I'm waiting to get the headers put on. I don't want to detail it and do any of that stuff first. But this has the sports carbons as well in white. And these are cool, you know, and I specifically got a car that had sports carbons. I don't know what these weigh in relation. I can tell you sitting in them, they are not the seat that the Stradale sports carbons are. I think the Stradale sports carbons were in the F50 as well. They were an option on the 360, standard on the Stradale, and I think they were standard in the F50. And they feel like a seat that would have gone in the F50. I mean, the way that they cup you, for sure. I want some 4-point harnesses for it. These are a more straight back. They don't curve they don't come around and like curve back forward, you know. I wouldn't say they're more or less comfortable. They're just different. They do not feel as sporty, or that they grab you as much. They're pretty, but I can't see them ever going for the money that these go for, just due to being less common as much as anything. These came out of a F1 transmission 360, and the best way to monetize them was get them out of the car. So lucky me. Like I said, 12.2 shipped. I know that's crazy. I know people are going to say that's crazy, because it is crazy, but it's really just not. You just have to think of it like it's not a seat. You know, it's a rare Ferrari part, and I bet you these things do go for $20,000 in the next 5-8 years, as they just get impossible to source. So anyway, if anybody has any questions, anything like that, holler at me. If they have any questions about the transaction and how it went, my sort of more in-depth feelings on that, let me know. And again, thank you to Italian Pursuit for being willing to do it if things had been more normal. And take care. Bye-bye.